ding dong. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Okay, everyone, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time and you have not yet subscribed, do remember to subscribe, do remember to like, do remember to comment, do remember to share as this video as well. Now, you probably are wondering, why should I be hearing about menopause? Because I know that some people are probably thinking, I am a man, I'm not going to go through menopause, while others are thinking, I am young, so I don't need to be thinking about the menopause as yet. It is very important, and from the topic you would have seen where I have stated that, look, it is good for everybody to know about the menopause. Because remember, if it's not you, this is going to happen to perhaps your spouse, perhaps your sister, perhaps your auntie, perhaps your cousin, perhaps your best friend, perhaps your work colleague. And you need to learn what to expect and actually, how you can support that person. And of course, men, don't forget that men actually go through, even if it is not called menopause, a lot of people call it that midlife crisis. So some of the changes that take place naturally because of the aging process, do remember that men also go through their own. So yes, if it is a spouse, you will notice certain changes, right? You'll probably be wondering why all of a sudden this person have like this heightened sex drive, or on the other hand, why this person has no sex drive whatsoever, why your spouse has no sex drive whatsoever. So this is where you need to actually learn the basics so that you know what to expect and how you can support that person, like I have said. Okay, usually on a Wednesday at this time, for those who are new to the channel, I say welcome. But usually on a Wednesday, I do a live streaming. However, on this occasion, I have deliberately chosen to do a pre-recorded video because I want to actually tell you that on a Tuesday, to tell you actually how things are done on a weekly basis. So you would have noticed, for those who have been here a long time, you would have remembered that on a Monday, on a Wednesday, and on a Friday, we usually do live streaming. For those who are new, I am going to invite you to actually go over to the live streaming when you are finished. Because on YouTube, you know that things are broken up into segments. So you have the videos for pre-recorded, videos like this that you are looking at. We actually have shorts as well, and you actually have live, where you can find the live streaming. I have also created some playlists to actually make it easier for you as well. So going back, I have actually been looking at the behind scenes, and I have noticed that there is a demand for pre-recorded videos like this one. So going forward, what is going to happen is that on a Monday, I will have a pre-recorded video. I will probably do away with the live streaming. On a Wednesday, you will have one pre-recorded video in the morning. In the late evening, we will have a live streaming. And then on a Friday evening, we actually have another live streaming. So what is being proposed is 4 uploads per week, right? Of course, every now and then you will have more than 4, but just to say that there will be at least 4 uploads per week. which will compose of the live streaming and the pre-recorded videos. Okay, so in order to understand menopause, we actually need to understand that menopause happens in stages. So menopause usually happen, close to in the 40s, in the 50s for some people, because everybody's body is different, right? So some people, even in their 50s, early 50s, they still do not experience the menopause. While, unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, because that is how nature would have designed it, some people start as early as in their 30s. Yes, of course, we know that if someone has gone into menopause, they cannot have children. So unfortunately, with ladies becoming more career minded, some of them are actually delaying having children. So can you imagine if your cousin or someone related to you, very close to you, was putting off having children until, they had planned to have their career first and then start having children, only to discover that when they are ready, they go into menopause. Can you imagine? That would be unfortunate. First, I want to start off by explaining the different stages of the menopause. First, you have, and I've taken some notes, so of course I'll be reading at some point. First, you have what is known as premenopause, where you still have your periods. Then you have what is known as perimenopause. Perimenopause means you are approaching, you're you're getting closer to the menopause. You will notice symptoms of hormonal changes. Ladies who are in the premenopause period can still get pregnant. So it is very important because, later on, I'm going to tell you some of the symptoms as well. During perimenopause, the lady will still be seeing her menstrual cycle, but you will notice some changes. After perimenopause, then you have menopause. That is where the menstrual cycle has stopped, and then the ovaries stop producing eggs. Then there is something that is known as postmenopause, which is over 1 year. If you have entered that era where it is 1 year since you have had your last period, then you can say that you have entered the postmenopause period stage of your life. Now, why is it important for everybody to have an understanding of what happens, during the perimenopause on the menopause period? It's because you are going to experience, or you will notice, some of the changes. Remember, like I have said, these changes could be in your mom, your aunt, your cousin, could be a co-worker, it could be your best friend, it could be your spouse. So that is why you are watching this video. So during the menopause and the perimenopause, there are some symptoms that is noticeable. So there is brittle nails for some people, heavy bleeding during your period. That is when we say the perimenopause, when you notice a few changes. For some people, it comes with anxiety and panic attacks, depression, bloating, difficulty concentrating, fatigue, heart palpitation, high blood pressure. For some people, they may experience dizziness, and itchiness. For some people as well, they will notice the hot flashes, that what they call the hot flashes will come on as well. So it's very important to know that yes, these people will experience mood swings as well, sleep problems, weight gain, loss of libido for some people as well. Thinning of the hair is also one of the symptoms of menopause and perimenopause. Okay, so why do you need to know this? Sometimes you will see that the person is going through, it goes through mood swing. So you'll notice that, okay, mommy was all good, all fine a short while ago. Auntie was all fine. And all of a sudden, you don't know if you have caused something to that has resulted in their mood change. Now you realize why you need to be aware of these things. An understanding of everything actually helps you to be more understanding when you actually notice that someone is going, is going through all these, the phase of their life as well. So yes, these are some of the symptoms. The menopause years, remember, it's a natural thing. So it means that even if you don't experience it now as a woman, it means that later on in life, then you will experience it as well. I was happy that I actually was given the opportunity to actually listen in on a menopause training, because at my workplace this was done. And I can tell you from now that it was as a result of listening or going through this training why I think that I am prepared. I know what to expect when my time comes as well, right? So it is very important for everybody to know, what to expect as well. Okay. So there are certain foods, so this is directly for the person who is going through menopause. Some people do not prepare their own meals as well. So if you are one of the person responsible for preparing like the meals for people, then of course you need to know what type of food is important. Because remember that the menopause years, it is like that, it's a different phase of your life. And remember that men actually, they have their problems as well. Sometimes down below don't work for different reasons. And this is what we call like the midlife crisis. So remember that even though the men do not go through the same thing known as menopause, do know that with aging, with the midlife, comes changes with men as well. So it's very important, like I've said, that during these years, because in second half of your life, put it that way, it is very important to stay healthy. And in staying healthy involves eating healthy, getting enough calcium and vitamin D, be physically active, maintain a healthy weight, don't smoke or use tobacco products. So of course some people will realize that, okay, they need to change, will be mindful of the need to change during the menopause years. If you are the one who, normally is responsible for like the upkeep, like the meat, the food and everything like this, you actually need to know what should be happening as well. Because like I've said, even if it's your mother, your aunt, your loved ones, you need to know what to expect and actually, what is good for this person. So I should just repeat, during those years, eating healthy is important, getting enough calcium and vitamin D, being physically active, maintain a healthy weight, and the weight gain is also a symptom of the menopause years as well. So suddenly the person will realize that, okay, I've started putting on weight. I have been eating the same meals that I've been eating, the same food and everything like that. It is because during the menopause years, you need to make the changes accordingly. Changes in the things that you eat and how you take care of yourself. So the food that is going to be very healthy is you need a lot of oily fish, dark leafy greens, beans, and olive oil as well. So those are some of the things that you actually need to eat. Some of the food as well. You need to be eating lean protein, healthy fats, and anything with minerals and calcium. Like I have said, some people actually have like a low libido. Later on in this video, I'll be touching more on that as well. But just to say that during the menopause years as well, the eating of dark chocolate is going to be important. The eating of nuts is going to be important. So the benefits of actually sticking to a healthy diet, based on what is recommended, is that it helps you to control the weight gain. It relieves the menopause symptoms, which we have expressed, the dizziness, itchiness as well, mood swings, forgetfulness, fatigue. Eating the right food, sticking to the right diet, can control the weight gain, relieves menopause symptoms, reduce heart disease, prevent, boost your mood as well. So that is why it is going to be very important that you actually stick to the right diet. And of course, if you are in doubt any at all, just remember that your GP is always there to help. You'll realize that, like I have said, in the menopause years, from what I have read, and of course I'm preparing for it as well, I'm getting to that age. I have not experienced it as yet, but remember that, like I have said, it is good for everybody to know, because if it is not going to happen to you, at least you need to have an understanding of what to expect and the way that you can support women, when they are going through their menopause. Okay, so going back to libido, for some women, they actually have low libido during this time. However, there are certain things that are around, and just recently there has been some development where scientists are coming up with a patch that ladies can actually use. What that does is that it slowly releases, everything, the testosterone into the body. So it's like a gradual thing. In addition to that, there is a gel that ladies can actually use as well. But just to say that scientists, every day, they're actually coming up with something new that is helping. Only on the 3rd of April, it was revealed that the first ever testosterone patch could help boost sex drive in menopausal women. So the University of Warwick researchers will trial a patch which increases testosterone levels. This patch will be trialed here in the UK this year. So there are actually things being done. Thank God for scientists. Gradually, what they are doing, they are discovering something. And like I have said, this patch will actually be trialed in the UK this year. So things are being done. Scientists are actually discovering new things, and as whenever they discover it, they share it with us, and that can only be for the good of everyone. Quite recently as well, here in the UK, it was revealed, and I'm looking for it, where ladies will there is actually, give me a minute. I'm finding what it is so that I can give you the correct terminology. Here we go. NHS hormone replacement therapy prescription prepayment certificate. So here in the UK, some people are prescribed HRT as a way of coping with the menopause years. HRT stands for hormone replacement therapy. These can be prescribed by your GP. What they do is that the medication, it helps with like the mood swings, or it helps to relieve the symptoms that people experience during the menopause years. The thing was that usually, yes, the GP will prescribe these things, but then you will need to take the prescription to the chemist, to the pharmacy to fill them. So what you would find is that, yes, ladies would be spending a lot of money on refilling these prescriptions, because remember, it's that the menopause years can last up to 4 years. So can you imagine each time that it runs out, you'll have to keep refilling it. However, in the UK, they have now come up with a prepayment certificate that ladies can actually get online. Prepayment certificate that you can take to your chemist whenever you are going to fill your prescription. How does this help? Usually, you would have to pay that money. With this prepayment certificate, you pay £19.30 for the whole year. So it doesn't matter how many HRT prescription you are filling for the year, you actually pay £19.30 for the whole year. Now with this, it is something that you will need to download, right? If you are, so what you would do is to just go online. You can Google it. You can, what it is called is NHS Hormone Replacement Therapy Prescription Certificate. What I'll do, I'll put it somewhere in the video, so that you can always refer to it, because it is something new. As a matter of fact, I think this only came about last week, so it is fairly new. If you need more support, there is a telephone number here, and it is 0300. So let me repeat that. It is 030033302089. So it's 0300 333-02089. So that is like the helpline where you can call them up and you can get more information. So yes, the menopause, remember, it will affect everyone in one way or another, because you're going to have people who will go through it. One symptom of the menopause as well is dry, itchy skin. I was so happy when I actually attended the training and I realized that something that I've been using for years is something that can help as well. So this is CeraVe moisturizing cream. So this CeraVe, it is deep moisture, right? So I would recommend it. So for anybody, it's not my time, but I'm really happy that I've sworn by this for years. So it's very good for me to know that there is one product that I'll still be able to use when I actually go into my menopause years as well. Dry, itchy skin, like I've said. So for ladies, you know that you'll have to pay more attention. Hydration is going to be very important. Drinking a lot of water is going to be important. Eating of oily fish as well is going to be important as well. So if you don't have like a routine to keep your skin hydrated during those menopause years, you probably need to think about that as well. Remember that some of the things you can find them online. And also remember that when you go to your GP, you can actually ask all the questions that you want to ask. So for me, I've done just my reading. So I'm a curious person. If I hear something, I'm going to read up about it, and I'm going to always come to the family. For those who are new, we actually call the family the Destiny family, where we share information, because the aim is to educate each other so that, you know, we can live a healthy life as much as possible. And at this point, I should say a lot of the information to do with health can be found under live streaming. I'll be setting aside a playlist that looks at health. So quite recently, we have done men's health. We have done woman to woman. We have looked at the New Year's resolution, how people should include like taking care of themselves, self-care as well, you know. So if you are new to the channel, just go over to the live section, and all these things you will be able to see.